There are a few frequently presented justifications for allowing mass immigration from Africa and Middle East to Europe. One of them is the fact that populations of developed European nations are aging. There are more and more old people and less young people. As we know, every country needs a lot of people in working age to support the economy. The alleged reason for allowing mass immigration is to get lots of people in working age into Europe, so in the future they will drive the economies of European countries. This strategy can develop in two ways. One scenario is that the immigrants will get integrated very well, they will be getting quality education and decent jobs. So what is the problem with that, you might ask? Let's look at the source of the problem: low birth rates in developed nations. Main reasons for low birth rates are education, particularly of women, good standards of living, availability of birth control, pursuing career, to name just a few. What then will happen with fertility rates of well-integrated immigrants? Immigrants that are well off, educated, with good standards of living? You might have already guessed that. The fertility rates of well-integrated immigrants will plummet down to match the low levels of the countries where these new people found home. The second scenario is that immigrants will stay only partially integrated, low educated, and will get menial, low-paying jobs, essentially turning them into cheap slaves. They will have fairly high fertility rate, keeping the countries relatively young though. So the first scenario is evil because it's stupid and it covers up the problem, making it impossible to deal with. The second scenario is evil because it works only when one group of people is being exploited and lives on the outskirts of society. There is another reason for allowing mass immigration to Europe. It is the purported concern for people living in poverty and in war zones in the countries from which we observe mass migrations. The only people who are physically and mentally able to migrate to wealthy countries are young, strong, and healthy people. Who is left behind? Older people and people who are too poor or not resourceful and couldn't manage to organize the hard journey for themselves. What this means is that the countries are becoming poorer and poorer because the greatest resource of all, young, bright, and strong people, is being exported to already wealthy nations. It's called brain drain. Just as in the age of colonialism, Africa was robbed of diamonds and other resources. Now it is robbed of what it has left, people, and that is evil. However you want to look at it, allowing mass immigration to Europe from poor countries doesn't work, neither for Europe nor for Africa and Middle East. Hell is paved with good intentions, as the saying goes. Please like the video, drop a comment and consider subscribing. Check out the links in the description and stay in touch on Twitter.